Hey guys, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time today. I'm Shawn Thompson with National, and as you can hear me say, we're going through a little bit of rebranding. So we're not just National Wall Covering anymore. I know we've been that for almost 40 years, and that's what a lot of people are familiar with. But we are now branching into so many wall and ceiling applications that we are going through a little bit of a rebranding. With that said, what I'm going to talk to you about today is a product line that I am so excited about, and it is a brand new launch called Real Wood Solutions. In the past, we've had sandfoot veneers. We are still selling sandfoot veneers, and that may work very well into the project that you're working with. But the cool thing about this new launch is that we're going to start with the veneers, but then we're going to build on that for 3 other products for now, and there will be more to come. We're going to be able to mix and match a lot of these. So I'm going to dive right into the very base of what the product line is, and we'll start there with our first box. And as you notice, we have this little concise set that is a 4-box set that we'll be able to put in your library, and every single thing that you need to specify a project is going to be in one of these 4 boxes. And let me tell you, we've dummy proofed it for people like me so that sales reps know exactly how to deal with this and help you when you're working on a project at midnight. So if you open the boxes, this is the first one I mentioned, the Real Wood Veneers. You've got 1, 2, 3. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 when you're specifying. And each one of the boxes will kind of highlight that. But what I want to show you today is that in this set of Real Wood Veneers, we've got 45 species that are in stock right here in North Little Rock. So I'm going to be able to turn around any of these species that don't need any kind of special coating or any special color matching very quickly for your projects. So this first set is our Real Wood Veneers that are the products that come straight from the trees as they are. The other fan deck that we have is a line called our Recon line. And the really interesting thing about this is that what they've done is they've been able to recreate or engineer some more expensive products or some products that have gone on to the endangered list. I love to use zebra wood as an example. They've taken a couple of lesser expensive woods and created their own logs and been able to cut those into a fake zebra wood that actually is still real wood. So just a couple of tidbits of information about our Real Wood Veneers. All of our veneers are AA grade, which means that they're all center balanced. They also have a fill coat on them. Not everybody does this fill coat. So the exciting thing about that is wood's very porous. It soaks up a lot of product when we put a polyurethane on it. So what they do is they fill all the holes, sand it down, make a very smooth flat surface, then they put your standard 2 coats of poly on it. So if you guys will feel those, you will notice how smooth they actually are, as opposed to being able to feel a little bit of rough texture when you feel some woods that don't have a real heavy coat on them. Still great for high traffic applications. It's a very durable product. It's as durable as the substrate that you put it on. If we put that on high impact sheetrock, we're going to be able to knock into that. And it's going to keep its beauty for years to come. It is sold in sheets. It is 3x10 sheets. All of these that you're looking at, 45 species of wood, between $7 and $12 a square foot. We say it's the cheapest way to get wood onto a wall. The cool thing too about these sheets, they're all pre-finished. We don't have to have a mill worker on the job. We can actually get these onto your wall glued straight to the sheetrock with a wall covering installer. So that really helps your budgets down the line. In addition to the cost of the product, you've got less labor cost as well. All of our jobs we look at in sequence as a wall. So we're going to book match, we're going to end match, we're going to color match. We're going to do a lot of those things for you to make that beautiful wall the cheapest way or the least expensive way, I'll use those words, possible. And then everything is going to build from this set right here. Class A fire rated also. I want to make sure I mention that. The really cool thing about our veneers is it's a 5-ply system. It has a layer of foil in it. The cool thing about that foil is it gives us dimensional stability, so it's not going to expand and contract on the wall. Another great feature, especially for outside corners, is that layer of foil allows us to turn a 90-degree corner. And before everybody bends all of our samples, it is a wet application. I love hearing the crack as I'm giving this speech a lot of times. They do a wet application and it so tightly wraps that 90-degree corner and looks beautiful. So now you don't have a seam that's going to get caught and popped off every time somebody walks by that outside corner. Lots of wall applications, ceiling applications, and another great thing is this is a millwork application as well. We don't talk about that a lot, but this can actually be put onto the millwork so that all of the products in your area that are wood, and doors as well, it can go on as skins for doors. Every piece of wood in an interior space that you can visually see can come from the same flitch and all match together. Same grain and same color, which is the biggest two problems in the market today when we talk about matching different woods. Two, you'll notice we talk about veneer, it's a very thin product. We can get about 300% more yield from our trees when we cut them because we do that 5-ply system that I just talked about and layer that up. So we're actually saving the planet as well. So cheapest, easiest, greenest way to get wood on a wall is through a veneer. And this is the line 45 products in stock of real wood veneer. The cool thing too for you guys here in my market is that we are an Arkansas-based local business. We stock all the sampling here in North Little Rock. So if you need a product sample today, let's say, I can probably handle either delivering it myself to you or getting a courier to bring you something. Worst case scenario, if I have an order by 4 o'clock today, you'll have those samples in your hand by 10:30 tomorrow morning. Nobody else in the market is doing that on their sampling. Now, I know I spent a lot of time on the wood veneer, but this is the basis. This is the foundation for everything else that we're going to talk about. So I want to make sure that you understand kind of how that works and what's going on there. Does anybody have any questions so far?
That's good.
No?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
It's very informative.
Good, good. Well, I'm glad that you, and once again, step 1, 2, 3 tells you how to pick out your veneer, order a sample. Oh, and by the way, we write all the specs for you. So we're going to try to make your job as easy as possible. You can download the specs from our website. It also tells you how to go through if you need a custom color. If you give us a control sample, we can match that. Let's say you've already got a desk that you love and you want everything else around there to match that. Let us custom color it. We can also add different finishes, like a high gloss finish, a UV protection finish, and an antimicrobial. This is going to change the healthcare market for sure, to be able to get real wood into the healthcare market. Now, I've got another game changer that I love. Proprietary product. We are the ones that can get it to you, and it is called compact wood. This is what I'm going to call an indestructible panel. So you want to use wood. It's not just for your interior applications anymore. I'll tease you a little bit with that. It's an exterior application as well. So let me show you compact wood. So compact wood is a process where we're taking layers of real wood veneer, so it is still real wood. We are fusing it with a backer product. Got a heat and pressure applied to it, a melamine face. It does have a texture to it, and we're creating a panel now that you can basically run a forklift into, and it's not going to damage the face of that. I mentioned the exterior application as well. So this product goes through a ton of testing. One of the cool tests is that it is put in boiling water for 48 hours. No delamination, no color change. So I've got this jar here of water. Use your mind. Got this jar here of water, and I took my little chip back when I was given this box on January 24th of this year, 2017. I've had that sample you're looking at in that jar since January, so 11 months now. And I want you to look at it and see, we're role playing right now, and see that there's no delamination and no color change. So that's a great testimony for what it's going to be able to do on the exterior of buildings. There are a couple of ways that we're going to market with this product. The first way is we're going to sell this in sheets. They are 4x10 sheets that can be manipulated in the field. The standard is going to be these 18 most popular wood veneer colors that are used around the country in that 4x10 by ½ inch sheet size. Now, the cool thing about this is anybody that works with wood tools can actually manipulate these products into something, because it's a matter of cutting it with a wood saw and routing the edge of this. So I'm gonna let you guys pass this around. You can kind of feel the smooth routed edge and how beautiful that's gonna be. It's just a sheet product that can be made into tabletops, panels to put on a wall, kitchen countertops. Say you wanted to do a real wood island and we don't want a real butcher block that has to be resealed ever so often. This product's gonna last forever. The exterior application then of this is that it can also be sold in sheets and manipulated in the field for that weatherproof, waterproof. We think about, well, I'll give you a great example. I won't even mention Starbucks, but let's talk about racetracks. Have you guys seen the new racetrack gas stations that are going up that have wood planks on the outside?
That's not your wood, is it?
It is. It's compact
Seriously?
wood. Yes.
Wow.
The rep in Atlanta worked on a project with Racetrack Home Office. They loved the product when they saw the longevity of how long that wood is going to last. It's not going to fade and warp. So they cut it into planks and applied that to the exterior of the building. Now, I mentioned two ways. Let's get to the second way when we talk about Racetrack. We sell it in sheets. Those are actually, those 18 sheets in that 4x10 by ½ inch are stocked in Florida, ready to go. So we can get them out the door to you as quick as you need them. You also have the option to take any of these and let us manipulate a turnkey system for you. So if you give us a set of drawings, we can actually provide you the product, cut to your specifications with a frame system to apply to the wall. Maybe it's just standoffs for the interior to do a decorative surface. But let's talk about Racetrack. We can actually do a galvanized frame system for the exterior of your buildings, and all the contractor has to do is put that frame system up, put the product on the wall. Okay? So any way that you want to go to market with this, we can actually help you out. We actually have a team of engineers that do all of the shop drawings. So you give us an elevation, tell us what you're thinking about, we'll turn them into shop drawings and get that product back out to you with a quote. We also have sampling of all of this. Once again, I'll try to get it to you today if I can. If not, you'll have it by 10:30 tomorrow morning. Back to the veneer and how this applies. These are the 18 stocked colors. You can actually do these in a custom, anywhere from an 1/8 of an inch thick to a 1 inch thick panel size in any one of those 45 species. So you tell me what you're looking for in your space. We'll make it happen and we'll make sure it gets within your budget.
Do you have Babinga?
I do have Babinga.
Wow.
And it is absolutely beautiful.
I love Babinga.
Yes. So,
Very nice.
any other questions?
I noticed that the core is much darker, like this is maple. Is there anything you can do about the color?
We do, our typical standard is the brown. We do offer a couple other core finishes that push us into that custom. Little lead time and a little expense, but we can offer you a black, a white. There's a couple of different core options. If you would rather do something different than our standard brown, we'll be glad to work on that for you.
Thank you.
Great question. Anything else?
No, you're covering a lot.
Well, let's keep building on this then. So let's talk about architectural panels. So does anybody remember the three things I said about the veneer in the very beginning? What are the three things that we tout as far as getting wood veneer on a wall, getting a wood wall? Cheapest,
Greenest.
easiest, greenest. Very good application. But that gives you more of a flat look and a solid look on the wall. Well, let's say that in your design, you have a vision for a 3-dimensional wall, and you're just not trusting the mill worker to take a sheet and be able to put that onto an architectural panel. Guess what we have for you? We have a full set of architectural panel options that we can offer you. Once again, we've got a 1, 2, 3 system here where we can help you narrow down the size of the panels, the size of the reveals, what it's going to look like as far as an elevation. We're going to provide all the shop drawings and the frame system. Make it easy peasy for the contractor to get up on the wall. So once again, the base product is this real wood veneer. Any one of those 45 species, we're going to cut the panels to the size that you want, apply the veneer onto MDF. It's a full wrapped panel with the holes already pre-drilled. All the contractor has to do is put the Z-clip on the system, put the frame on the wall, walk up and individually hang this. This is called an architectural panel with a facade application. The cool thing too is these are each individually hung independently of one another. So let's say that we have damage to a panel in the center of a wall, or let's say we have plumbing behind the wall that we need to get to. I can walk up with this particular system in a facade system. I can take that one panel off the wall, do what I need to do, and apply that back. Now, let's say that that cost gets a little out of your budget and you have no need for an independent three-dimensional product on the wall. We can also do this with what's called a grid system. So this is much like some of the other companies out there that you've seen where it's a puzzle piece. So we take the same panels, but the frame system is built up so it builds across the wall and you have framing around each piece of the puzzle. Doesn't have quite the three-dimensional look to it, but it gives you a beautiful aesthetic with a paneled wall for a little bit less expensive cost. Now the cool thing too, everything I've mentioned so far with this is wood veneer. The other awesome thing is that we can make these panels in any product. So let's say you wanted to mix the wood with some stainless or some stone or some fabric panels. We can actually wrap MDF panels in other products and mix into that along with the frame system. These products are wrapped on an individual basis. We're not keeping these stock, so it's a little bit longer lead time. But the cool thing is the frame system is stocked. So we can actually send the frame system to your job. Your contractors can go ahead and get that up on the wall. It goes over plywood or sheetrock. No special blocking in the wall is required. And then that way, this can be the last thing that goes on the wall. The frame system's already there. Everybody comes in and out. We get ready to put in furniture and we go in and we put panels up on the wall. Another cool thing, I know you guys are working with an owner directly, and money's always a huge factor in this. Well, any part of your building that is part of the construction is amateurized out over 39 years. This product, since it is a direct applied but not a construction product, can go into your furniture package. And you can actually pay that out now and get that return in 7 years on this product. So that's a great selling feature for that end user that wants to be able to cover the cost of this. So three-dimensional system basically is a panel with a reveal. You can choose the size of the panels, the size of the reveals, and you can choose whether they are independently and individually able to pull off the wall or if it's a grid system. Does anybody have any questions there?
No, that was very good.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the really beautiful and exciting products that I'm going to move into now, as you can see the progression of wood across here, is the acoustic product. And these are acoustic planks. Have you guys seen wood acoustic planks? These are fabulous.
I don't think anybody makes them.
Well, we do, and it's a proprietary system for us, and I'm going to show you this. Now, if this doesn't fit into your budget, we have other options for you. So we can do anything from $7 a square foot up to $107 a square foot if we talk about pricing. And we can do wrapped panels, fiberglass core, but this product is beautiful. And the cool thing is, remember, we start with a veneer. We use the same flitch from the same tree across all these products. So now everything on your walls and ceilings, if you want to do acoustics, can match graining and color pre-finished from the factory. Now, is this a solid panel? Does this look like a solid panel to you guys?
It does from here.
It does. And some people go, well, a solid wood is not going to absorb any sound. What you don't see until you get up very, very close is this product is perforated. This particular one is what's called our finest perforation. It gives us about a 0.80 NRC rating. When we take this little clip, put it in here, screw that to the wall, and then we've got tongue and groove to be able to add the other planks in. So a 0.80 with this perforation. Now, it is available, the planks are, they're 109 inches by 7.5 inches wide, that tongue and groove, in 4 finishes, 4 wood species. Guess what? Also stocked in North Little Rock. So once again, the customer cuts acoustics out of the budget like they always do during the process. Then they call you and say, well, I love my polished concrete and I love my chipboard walls and ceilings, but I can't hear anything in here. Guess what? Within a week, we can have wood acoustic products on the wall because they're right here in town. So you've got maple, oak, cherry, and walnut. The walnut is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Like I said, 109 by 7.5 planks, screw it in, tongue and groove. If I can install this, anybody can install this. So now we've cut down on some labor costs as well. And all of our woods across the board match. Once again, if you want a custom and one of these 4 don't work within your project, come back to the Real Wood Veneer box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick your wood veneer. Tell us you want a different perforation size. Tell us if you need a different NRC rating. That's another thing. This frame system I mentioned a while ago with architectural panels, it crosses back to compact wood and it crosses over to acoustic planks as well. So let's say you needed a 0.95. We talked about a project the other day you were working on, Steve. So we can take that frame system that pulls this panel off the wall a little more, gives us a gap for that sound to be trapped in. Now we've got a 0.95 with the same face product. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Do you see the ease and the benefit now to having a concise collection that starts with one wood product and we are able to manipulate that across the board with lots of different applications, but it all takes your vision of one wood grain and color and creates a very inviting space.
I think this is going to make my job easier.
Well, that's what I'm here to do, and I'll get you any samples that you want, and I'd love to sit down with each of you individually if you have a few minutes. Let's talk about the projects you're working on and how I can get these into those projects.
Great.
Will you be leaving that set with us?
This set I will put on your shelf. Exactly. You'll have all of these. You can always call me. My card will be in here as well. I'll help you with any samples. And as we add to this collection, which we will be doing very soon, we'll be adding other boxes to this.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.